And it's been prized for years. Actually, in Switzerland and over in Europe today, it's actually used as one of the main ways that they'll actually heal people. Is they'll put them on a cultured whey fast, which we'll talk about. Now, here's what's significant about cultured whey. It has a very specific ratio of sodium to potassium. 1 gram of sodium holds 11 grams of fluid. So just so you know, in order for I actually compete and do some athletic events. I do a lot of triathlons. And one thing you know if you do long-distance athletic events is that you can't drink just water. There's a reason why athletes drink things like Gatorade or things that have electrolytes in them. You can actually watch this on YouTube. It's not a pleasant thing to watch. But there have been people that have gone out and done marathons and triathlons and died because they only drank water. In fact, their cells started to swell. And some of them or they can shrink down actually at some points, but they'll swell, and actually the cells will explode. They become that unhealthy. All their cells die immediately because they had enough water, but they didn't have enough electrolytes. That's another reason why God just didn't put water in fruits and vegetables. They have electrolytes in there as well. It's a perfect balance if you want to be healthy. Cultured whey is one of your best sources of potassium. And as we go along, I'm going to kind of show you this here. Actually, let me see what's next here. Okay, so I'm going to flip to this one here. Here's how this works. Sodium is essential for hydrating your cell. So getting good, clean sodium. So not all sodium is bad. Things like sea salt, and actually there's naturally occurring sodium in cultured whey. There's naturally occurring sodium in things like celery and most of our fruits and vegetables today. But what sodium does is it brings water, clean water, into your cell, okay? So it's flushing all this clean water into your cell, which you need. What sodium does is sodium pumps all the waste products and dirty water out of your cell. So does that make sense? So there's something that a lot of us know in the health field. It's called your sodium-potassium pump. And this is in every cell in your body. So if your cell is going to be healthy, it has to constantly be bringing clean water in and then flushing toxins out. Does that make sense? Every cell in your body, that's what has to be happening. In order for that to happen, you've got to consume foods or in general that are higher in potassium, lower in sodium, but actually a perfect ratio. You have to have both. And so again, sodium in, potassium out. You only need about 500 milligrams of sodium a day. The average American gets 5,000 milligrams a day. Potassium, the average American needs 4,700 a day. We probably get an average of it's ridiculous. Some people probably get like 47. Probably some may get closer to 500 or 1,000. It's actually probably closer to 470. So we have this really high ratio of sodium, really low levels of potassium in America today. So we don't have enough potassium. We have way too much sodium. And what this actually does is it makes your cells basically like a swamp. Like go over the Everglades. Here, it's like water that just sits, and that's why your body can stay toxic. This is why we'll see. I've had people before who were exercising and exercising and exercising. They were even doing diets like Jenny Craig, all this other stuff, and they were not losing any weight. And there can be many reasons for that, but a big reason can sometimes be due to toxicity. If people are toxic, those get stored in typically your fat cells, and it can keep you from losing weight. But again, if you want to be healthy, you have got to have electrolytes. Specifically, potassium is a really, really big one that you really need in America today. Actually, one bottle of Suero Gold has 700 milligrams of potassium, which is really high levels of potassium there in just one bottle. And so cultured whey also, this is very high in probiotics. It's probably one of the most, I think probably, you can go to Whole Foods, you're not going to find a more probiotic-rich actual food source there. I asked Jordan about this the other day. It probably has more active cultures and live enzymes than kefir you'd pick up at somewhere like Whole Foods. Now, we're using this for many different things. You can actually make your own sauerkraut with it, cultured veggies, everything else. But we typically recommend those drinking as a fast. And I'll tell you, we have a lot of Olympic-level athletes now who are drinking this, what's called Suero, because of the high levels of electrolytes for recovery. I know a lot of the USA wrestling athletes are. I know actually some of the Detroit Lions. I've worked with a guy named Taylor Morton with the Atlanta Falcons. He's having a lot of the Atlanta Falcons drink this. whenever I'm out training. Anytime I'm working out, I'm drinking this. Actually, this morning I did a workout, was drinking this throughout my workout. So it's also great for athletes, but most importantly, it's great for detoxification. Now, this comes in a lot of different, actually we have this cultured whey in several different flavors. Now, here's one of my favorites. It's called Suero Greens because we add a few other things in it that actually can help detoxify your system. One of those things that they add to the cultured whey is called wheatgrass. Right? How many of you guys have heard of wheatgrass? Pretty much everybody. Wheatgrass is really amazing. It's one of the highest foods in the entire world in something called chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is kind of like the lifeblood of the plant, but it's very alkalizing. And it also, chlorophyll can help detoxify your system. It's known as a natural energy booster. And so again, high in trace minerals, chlorophyll, but it has wheatgrass. And this is a great thing for boosting your energy levels. Another amazing thing is it has organic carrot juice in it. If you've ever heard of Gershon therapy, one of the main juice they have in there is carrot juice. Now, there are other juices. Carrot juice is amazing for the health of your skin and eyes. Also, they put lemon juice in there, so it actually brings up the vitamin C level. So again, this is one of my favorites. Some people love the taste. Some people are like, this tastes like something green. But, you know, I love it. I think it's great. And the health benefits are just incredible here with the green. So here's the line. Has 5 different kind of flavors in doing this. They have greens. They have citrus. There's just plain, which is known as Suero Gold. Has the highest concentration of all of them in electrolytes. Raspberry lemonade, which typically people like the taste of that the best. And then orange cinnamon. The other cool thing about the orange cinnamon is they actually will add in there, he adds essential oil. So in biblical times, and today many people know this, but essential oils have some amazing healing benefits. And so he's going to put the essential oil of lemon and then the essential oil of cinnamon in there. And a cinnamon essential oil has antibacterial properties. It's great for things like diabetes. So anyways, these are cultured whey products. And so one of the things that we've been doing, I know I've personally done this, I know a few people in the room have done this, we recommend when people are really looking to get healthy to starting off with a cleanse. Again, there are so many different things biblically. We talked about a Daniel fast. When I have patients come into my clinic, one of the first things we have them do to get a jump start is do a 3-day cultured whey cleanse with the Suero, or 3-day Suero cleanse. So we have them drink 1 bottle 6 times a day. So we don't have them eat anything else. We have them just do this. And this will really, again, they're getting all the toxins out of their diet for a day. They're getting all that potassium, all that extra potassium. So literally, within a 3-day period, their body is actually filled with almost completely new water. Their body starts bringing in all this new water and flushing out all the old toxic stuff. And on average, I think I've seen most people in 3 days lose 6 pounds. They'll lose 2 pounds a day for those 3 days. Then we put them on more of a maintenance plan of just eating, generally eating healthy, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and beyond organic foods, and really staying on a maintenance plan. But the general program, which I'll talk about in a little bit, I've had a good majority of people who will lose anywhere from 10 to a lot of people 20 pounds in a 30-day period following the protocol. And it really just starts with a 3-day cleanse, and then after that, and now what I found is not everybody can, do a 40-day cleanse like Jesus. Some of you guys in the room may be able to. I have a hard time with that. But I found that I can do a 3-day cleanse, and all of my patients I've worked with, they can do a 3-day cleanse. And then after that, it's more just, honoring God with your body daily, eating healthier foods. And when I say healthier foods, I still, last night for dinner, I did a big cheddar burger. Actually, I eat these things all the time, but I did Beyond Organic raw cheese with the beef. I had some dark chocolate. And so again, it's eating amazing foods. And I really have realized that over the years that God created food to taste good, Yes. I know that when I first started getting healthy, I started working in like the bodybuilding field, and I was a personal trainer for years. And so like what we ate every day, and tell me if any of you have ever done this, like I would do egg whites and oatmeal for breakfast. I would do like dried tuna and a salad for lunch. Anybody ever like eat like that? Miserable. I drove myself crazy, and finally one day after doing this for like a year, I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. So I started having to like throw in like basil and sea salt and actually use some olive oil and everything else. I realized, you know what? God didn't create me to be miserable all the time.
Amen. That's right.
Dried chugged tuna down. So let's talk a little bit about more cultured whey. Here are some things scientists